If we're being honest, most of us have at least daydreamed about becoming a rock star, even those of us with absolutely no musical ability, like me. But a teenager from Oregon who has tons of ability was able to turn that fantasy into reality. If you've never seen a dream come true, just watch. That's Mike Byrne, the drummer of the Smashing Pumpkins. 2 years ago, he was just a fan.
So this is his room.
A teenager living with his parents in Beaverton, Oregon.
Oh.
I was working in a McDonald's. I was saving up money for college.
I envisioned him being 30 and still having to come back and live in my house and eat my food, and I'd be yelling at him to take out the garbage.
Not that Mike didn't have goals. He was driven to be a musician, even as a toddler.
Ever since I picked up the instrument, I was like, this is the only thing I ever want to do until the day I die.
Mike started studying drums in middle school. Students usually need 6 months before they can play on a full set. Mike did it in 3 lessons.
When we first heard him play, we looked at each other and went, oh my word, where did this come from?
Some inspiration came from listening to his favorite band, the Smashing Pumpkins. For Mike, music took over, sometimes at the expense of his grades.
I know it's sort of hard for a lot of parents to understand when their kid says, like, I want to be a rock star when I grow up. I want to play music, and that's the only way I can really express myself.
But Mike's parents tried.
One thing I always said was I was not going to have my kids look back and say they didn't do what they wanted to do because Dad told them they couldn't.
Mike won local drum competitions and was accepted to the prestigious Berklee College of Music. But before he left for school, he heard about an unbelievable opportunity. The Pumpkins were holding open auditions for a new drummer.
I thought it's a long shot. I think I probably thought it was a little bit of a gimmick.
But Mike sent in a YouTube video anyway. 1,000 drummers applied. A dozen were called back. Mike was one of them.
I got the email, hey, come down to Burbank and come audition for your favorite band, right? You know? I'm from Beaverton, I guess is what I said.
His nervous tryout was recorded by David Lynch Foundation Television. Despite inconceivable odds, Mike got the job.
Oh yeah, it was lightning striking.
Overnight, the 19-year-old went from fan
Smashing Pumpkins!
to headliner.
It's still bizarre every night, you know? But all of a sudden I'm on the back side of that, and I'm looking out at what they're looking out at, and it's weird. It's super, super surreal.
The press called him cherubic, but on stage, he's something else. A seasoned veteran on a world tour.
You know, it's sort of bizarre because honestly, it's like all my benchmark goals were kind of met by like 1 month into this tour, and so now all of a sudden it's just sort of like, what other crazy experiences can I have?
The craziest may have been over the summer when he played on LA's Sunset Strip with his parents in the crowd.
You looked back and I couldn't see the end of the Sunset Strip. Apparently there was 35,000 people there. To be able to get to see your kid live out their dreams, that's magical.
It was amazing time for a parent to be able to just stand there and watch this happen.
From a living room carpet in Oregon to stages around the world, Mike knows this kind of thing just doesn't happen. Then again, it did.
This is so beyond what I ever expected to be doing. I don't know honestly how much more I could ask out of it.